welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I mean, you guys keep asking for them, so I'm just going to keep providing you with them. Another autumnal one. I'm so excited about doing this one. I've actually had this planned for a couple of months now. I'm fully getting into the autumn mood. It's been a rubbish 2020 so far, and do you know what? It's been such a rubbish year in so many ways. I really just want to tick off some bucket lists this year. Today we are baking a pumpkin pie, and whilst I bake and make this pumpkin pie, I'll also be answering questions. So it's another bake at the table with me. If you've not seen my bake at the table with me videos before, basically I just bake something really delicious and I answer your questions, and that's what I'm doing today. We'll just get straight into it. I'm actually quite nervous because I've never done this before and it's an American recipe, so a couple of things I'm just gonna have to improvise with. Look, I've even got my autumnal foliage out. How exciting. I'm just so happy. So the first thing you're gonna need is some pumpkin pie mix or pumpkin puree. This is not really available in the UK. I actually had to buy this off Amazon. I will link this exact one down below. You can actually make your own pumpkin puree, but there's like a process you have to do. And do you know what? For Easter, I thought I'm gonna get a tin. I've also got some short crust pastry. I got the block. I'm gonna need to roll that out in a minute. We have some double cream. We've got some brown sugar and some white sugar. One of my favorite things about autumn and Christmas season is the fact the food is, for me, so much better. You've got all your spices and it's all warming food. You have lots of root vegetables and lots of sweet taste. I just think the smells and the foods are prime in this season. I'm really excited to be using ground ginger. You have to use some cloves. They're such like festive warming spices. Nutmeg, actually I'm going to use ground nutmeg instead of the nutmeg balls, but nutmeg, cinnamon, aka the best spice all round, and then you're going to need 2 large eggs and a 3rd yolk. Pie dish. This one I got off Amazon. I'll link it down below, but it's quite good because it pops out at the bottom. Apparently the first thing I need to do is roll out the pastry. The recipe actually says use a pre-frozen pie crust pastry, but we don't do that in the UK. I'm pretty sure we don't anyway, but we do have pre-made pastry, just not pre-cooked. Okay, so I feel like the first question I should answer is the one that was asked the most, and it was about any wedding plans yet, or what are we doing for our wedding, or am I going to be filming, you know, wedding dresses and stuff like that. Oh, God, that was hard. So, good question. Obviously, if you're new, I got engaged this year, which was wonderful and definitely the saviour of 2020. And it was a magical engagement and I really enjoyed it. Whoa, that's a lot of flour. In terms of plans, we've not made too many plans. Like, I'm not someone who can just rush into things, for one. Yeah, and a lot of questions were, am I going to be documenting everything and filming everything? I don't think I'm going to film too much of any of it for personal reasons, really. Like for me, getting married is such like a personal thing, and it's like a personal journey, and it's a personal relationship thing, and it's very much because we're getting married because we're totally in love with each other. And okay, you see some of our relationship online, but really you don't like know our relationship. And as it should be with everyone's relationship, no one should really know someone's relationship. You see us and how we are, and that is how we are in real life, but there's also like a real deep love there that doesn't and couldn't be portrayed online. And I feel like if I was to try and film my wedding or document every stage, I feel like my love would just be for show. Does that make sense? I just feel like it would. I wouldn't feel like it was as special as it actually is. And so I'm a bit apprehensive personally about sharing it online. It's just how I am. Although I'm on YouTube, I am actually quite a private person. I don't think too much is going to be online, if I'm being honest. I would like to also say that after what happened this year with my dad not being here, it's a real bittersweet for me now, getting married. It is really bittersweet. For me now, it has to just be about the love and just the memories of us two together. And if I was to worry about making good content as well, I would end up just not being present in the moment for me and Lawrence. And I just know myself, I get so invested in making a good quality video that I would end up just like not being present and just getting stressed about things that don't need to get stressed about. So I won't be including too much on YouTube, if anything, I have to admit. I might do some Instagram photos, I might do that. We have had some very serious conversations about what we both really want. And luckily we've come to the very exact same conclusion of what we both want out of a wedding day. It's going to be very us. Honestly, I'm just being honest with you because I don't want to get anyone's heads up. I don't want to get hopes up, that's the word. That's all it is. It's like no other reason really. It's a mixture of things. Anyway, the next question. Let's just see what happens when I put it in the pie dish. Do you know how thick pie crust needs to be? Because I don't. I think that looks alright, personally. Put little holes in the bottom just so the air bubbles won't make the pie go up. So I'm going to pre-cook a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Just in case. So the pie crust is now in the oven. I'm going to get the mixture all ready. What's the one Aldi product you would definitely tell people to avoid? That is such a good question. One being Chuno mayo. If you were there for that video, put your hands up. Chuno mayo is the worst thing ever invented on the planet Earth. Well, one I've had recently is the fondant fancies. They weren't nice. I'm trying to think back to all my taste tests, if there's something in particular I did not like. I tell you which one. They did this like chicken zinger looking thing and it looks great, like it looks like it will be so good, like KFC, but actually it's not. It had like barely any flavour and the texture was pretty rubbish, so I'm gonna say that was kind of a waste of money. Okay, I've got two really good ones. So first of all, what is your favourite autumnal meal? Probably one of my favourite, would I say this is autumn? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's autumn, is our Guinness beef stew. Our Guinness beef stew, Lawrence and I have absolutely perfected the recipe. Now it will be being featured. I get a lot of questions actually about putting the recipe up for our Guinness beef stew. When I have filmed it and I've uploaded it in my part 2 of my autumnal slow cooker recipes, yeah, probably our Guinness beef stew. I will put the recipe up on the website when that video is gone live. And also we make a very good veggie toad in the hole with mash, like this garlicky onion mash and Guinness gravy for our toad in the hole and veggies, and it's so luxurious and delicious and yummy and just all the warm doughy flavours. Half a teaspoon of salt. The next question is also, what is your favourite Christmas tradition? So do you know what? Now I'm living with Lawrence, I think we're going to have a few more that we're going to keep up every single year regardless. My favourite thing we did last year, which is going to be a tradition, is probably on Christmas Eve. We both stop working, make sure we're not working or anything, and we spend the day getting cozy together. We put on some really nice movies, making sure we've got all the food and everything ready, and tidying up the house. We spend the morning tidying up the house, and because we now live in this lovely little village, like we walked to the pub and we had a lovely drink, cozy drink, and then we walked to the local church. And on the way home we were walking around all the village little cul-de-sacs and walking around all the roads and looking at everyone's Christmas lights, and it was heaven. Like it was just so perfect. So I feel like that's going to be something we do every single year. The pub, church, and then look at the Christmas lights. Generally, at some point in December, looking at Christmas lights is one of my favourite traditions. Another tradition I just love to do is go to London at some point, go to a carol concert, like at the Royal Albert Hall or somewhere, and you can buy tickets online. It's just so worth it and just such a wonderful thing to do. And then another tradition is Christmas Eve I have to watch Gavin and Stacey's Christmas special episode, plus I have to put on King's Choir College Christmas carols. It's just, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. All the spices and eggs are in one jar, and now I need to transfer it into my pumpkin puree jar. I can't tell you how festive and wonderful that smells. So mix that together. By the way, my pie crust has kind of gone wrong, so I'm gonna have to like do something about that. I'll show you that in a minute. You stir in some cream, so let's do that. So for some reason, I probably should have seen this coming, but the pie crust like all melted in there. Let's see if I can do this. What season do you think you would marry Lawrence in? So I would love to do, like, if I was to have like a traditional type wedding, it would probably be autumn, just because it's such a gorgeous time of year. It's just such a beautiful time of year. And for me, autumn represents like warmth and love and being surrounded by your loved ones. So I'm making such a meal out of this. So yeah, probably autumn. Halloween or Christmas? I'm gonna say Christmas, although Halloween is very, very close second. Oh, I had a couple of these questions actually. Would you ever get another cat? Oh my gosh, you don't understand. I'm cat broody all of the time, all of the time. Like the TikToks I watch are all about cats. Oh my gosh, there's just so many cute cat videos. Yeah, I would love to, but I don't know, because the ones we've got so far, they're just so bloody spoiled, and I love them so much. I love them just more than anything in the world. And I would never want them to feel kind of like second best. I wouldn't want to like go ahead and get another cat for them to think, oh, you know, what about us? The worst food ever cooked by Lawrence. That is savage. The worst food. Do you know what? He's annoyingly great at cooking. There has been one thing he made before though that I was like, I'm not keen on it. But I can't remember. I have a feeling it was with pasta and like mushrooms or something. I'm not sure. But it was delicious in its own way, but it's just not my kind of cup of tea. Do I ever watch my old videos back? No. I did watch a few Christmas ones back though, recently, just because we had a really nice time last year and it was nice to catch up on the Christmas videos. Lawrence and I, it was our first Christmas in this house together, and it was, yeah, it was a really good time. This is why I get so scared about trying new baking stuff, because I just have completely messed this crust up. Let's just see how this goes. See, I don't know if I can fit the whole thing in, but let's see. It's quite a small tin. Do you think that's enough filling? I feel like that's enough filling. Let's be brave and put it in the oven. So it goes in the oven at top temperature for 15 minutes, then you turn the temperature down to about 170 and it goes for another 15 minutes. So let's... It didn't turn out perfectly. There were some brown bits, I'm not gonna lie. But actually I think it turned out looking much better than what I thought. The crust is a bit skewy. I really need like a good baker out there, I'm sure lots of you are, to get in touch and let me know how to properly do a crust, or like to avoid the whole sinking thing next time. Maybe I need those weights or something. Ignore this, it's got a little slow cooked dinner on the go. Oh gosh, it's pure autumn, isn't it?
So cold.
It's cold out, which is cozy.
And while Soph's
I've
been
got
doing
pumpkin
this,
pie, and you've been watching The
Bank
Wire.
Holiday, I've been
Bank
watching
Holiday.
a whole load of old TV shows back to back.
Please don't break.
Okay.
Is it going okay?
It's come off on the other side. It's just this side closest to us. It needs to come off. That's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright.
Then what do we do?
How hot is it?
Quite hot.
Okay. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, move your hands down.
Yay! Thank you for burning yourself so we could do that.
I don't think I've ever had pumpkin pie.
I don't think I ever actually have.
It's one of those things that you hear about.
Yeah.
Isn't it in like a Christmas song?
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I know it's not a Christmas thing, but...
Pumpkin pie by the fireplace.
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good, but the pastry's not properly cooked.
Oh.
Put it on a plate.
Soggy bottom.
Yeah.
Oh well. First time.
First time, isn't it? Oh my god, the flavour's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a gorgeous festive flavour.
Look, that bottom is actually not as bad as you think it is.
I wish it was crusty.
But it is. It's crisp on the bottom. It ain't too soggy. Wow.
Flavour. How nice is that flavour? With like the nutmeg and...
It's really weird. Yeah, I like it though. Really like it.
It is weird, isn't it?
It's not like anything else I've had, I don't think.
I'm going to have a bit here. See, like, from the UK, we don't have this. If you're from the USA, this is like a normal taste for you, no doubt.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, that is weird. And, oh my gosh, what a weird combination. But for you guys, it must be quite normal.
Yeah, like, because I can taste the texture of the pumpkin in there. And it seems odd, but it works. It's really nice. It was a really festive.
It's such a warming, it's almost, do you know what's so weird? It tastes nostalgic, but I've never had it before, so how can it taste nostalgic? But it does, it's making me feel like comforted, and I think that's really nice. Fully in the autumn spirit now. I'm just going to go put Hocus Pocus on, get a hot chocolate with marshmallows in my pumpkin mug, and chill out for the rest of the evening. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what autumnal, fall style baking you want to see over the next few weeks before we move on to Christmas baking. Hope you're all well, and I'll see you again very soon. Love you very much. Mwah. Bye. Just realised you're wearing your autumnal mustard
Oh
jumper.
yeah.